Chapter 6. Alan Taylor Stays in Bed. The next morning Polly and Friday met in the town square, under the historic statue of some old bloke from ages ago on a horse. With heavy hearts they set off for Boaster's Hill.
Friday,
sighed Polly.
I hope Alan Taylor's all right after last night's shenanigans.
Soon after Polly said this, she and Friday came to the bottom of Boaster's Hill, and then a few minutes later they were halfway up, and then a bit later after that they were at the top. And it was all thanks to the miracle of legs and walking up hills. As they approached the mansion, they saw the last of the servants making off with a valuable golden peanut. Yes, Alan Taylor's own servants had taken everything, and now the mansion was just a great big empty pile of house looking out over the town like a giant's air freshener.
"Servants, you are the worst,"
shouted Polly down the hill, her face red with fury, elbows turquoise with annoyance.
"You ought to be ashamed, you naughties. Why, I got half a mind to write to the Houses of Peppermint and tell the Prime Minter what's a-going on."
Friday let her rant and rage, for he had once been a young girl himself, and he knew what it was like to care about the world with such passions. Eventually Polly was all ranted out, and she collapsed in a shrubbery. "Come hither, little miss," said Friday sympathetically, helping her out from a geranium. "For it is now more than ever that Alan Taylor needs us, his true friends. The truth is a lemon meringue." So into the mansion they went to find the unlucky biscuit. The rooms were bare and lonely, and the floorboards dusty and creaky beneath the hero's heels. The wind whistled through the open windows, and the majestic kitchen had been completely overrun by a woodlouse. Polly and Friday moved through the rooms calling Alan Taylor's name, but there was no answer.
"We checked everywhere,"
said Polly worriedly.
"Where is he?"
Just then they heard a tiny sobbing sound coming from upstairs. With their heroic ears, they followed the sound to an enormous four-poster bed in the master bedroom. Friday threw back the white satin covers, and there lay Alan Taylor, the very picture of despair. He had been crying so hard that his face had gone soggy. "Leave me be!" he shouted when he saw them, and fiercely he grabbed the covers and pulled them back over his little head.
"But we're your friends,"
said Polly in confusion.
"We're here to help you."
"Friends?"
squealed Alan Taylor.
"That's a laugh. You're just like all the others. You only like me when I've got money. The rest of the time you laugh behind my back, and you call me names like Cake Face Alan and Crumb Boy, just like they did at school."
"But we didn't like you for your money,"
pleaded Polly.
"We likes you for who you really are."
"Yeah, right,"
snorted Alan Taylor.
"Just like the servants. Oh, they were friendly enough when I was rich. They laughed at my jokes and tickled me for my amusement. But all the time they were just after my cash, my antiques, and my valuable golden peanut."
"But we're not like them, can't you see?"
protested Polly.
"Plus, we're going to catch the robbers into prison and get back all your money for you."
"Yeah, and once I'm rich again, you'll pretend to be my friends again, I suppose,"
replied the unhappy biscuit.
"Well, I'm not having it. I'm sick and tired of being made fun of, and I'm going to stay in bed forever. I don't need any so-called friends. I don't need anybody."
"But Alan Taylor—"
"Get out," he squealed. "I never want to see either of you again."
"Come on, little miss," said Friday solemnly. "Let's leave him be." And he took Polly's hand and led her towards the door. But at the last moment Polly ran back to the bed, hot tears rolling down her pretty face.
"Alan Taylor, I don't know what's got into you,"
sobbed Polly.
"But I know you don't mean it, and I brought you a present, only you was so angry I nearly forgot about it."
She reached into her skirt pocket and pulled out a 50-pence piece.
"There,"
she said, pressing the coin into his weeny brown hand.
"It's everything what I got in my piggy bank. I was saving it towards a computer, but I want you to have it, just in case we can't find your riches."
Alan Taylor just stared at the coin. He didn't even say thank you. It was more than Polly could bear. With one final sob, she turned and fled from the room, her face buried in her hands. Friday stood there for a moment longer, gazing down at the ungrateful biscuit in his enormous white bed. "The truth is a lemon meringue," said Friday very quietly, and he shook his head. That's all I've got to say to you, my friend.